You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can. Well, there's a general store just up the road, run by a fella named Chet. He don't got nothing fancy, but he's got your basics covered.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Grey Khans with him, probably hired guns. They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want.
If you're looking to wet your whistle, just past Chet's is the Prospector Saloon.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
That'd be Victor. Curious fella. He's sort of odd, and I don't just mean 'cause he's a robot. I couldn't tell you much about him. He keeps to himself, mostly. You want to know more about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. He has a shack on the southern edge of town.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
Don't get me wrong. You just get the sense that ain't the whole picture. Just a feeling. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She'll likely be at the saloon.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to buy something, get out. Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. Said his name was Cobb. He's a convict, just without the chains. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. I'm a trader with the Crimson Caravan Company. My caravan was on the return trip from California and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when we got jumped. Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. We put up a good fight, but there was too many of them. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran, so I figure their friends are out for revenge. Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board, start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Say no more. I'm in. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. But I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right. I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating.
I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
Uh-huh. Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You'll have it by the time the fighting starts.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000-cap investment you're talking about. If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem.
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
That's more like it. The people can pick up their extra ammo and leather armor when they're ready. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand.
Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great. I'll keep an eye out for the powder gangers and meet up with you and Ringo when the time comes.
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Trouble with rustlers, huh? Count me in, partner. Those varmints will be running home with their tails between their legs soon enough.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us? Well, I guess that means we're ready to go.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play. At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean. They're getting set up in cover, but it might not go well unless we get out there soon. I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far. Oh, Easy Pete came through with the dynamite. I really hope I don't blow myself up.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things. I did have what was left of the Crimson Caravan money, but I wasn't sure if it was my right to just give it away. I owe you more than that, though, so look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp up in New Vegas if you ever visit.
Howdy, partner. So when do the rustlers show up? Now just hold on. I meant it when I said I'd help you. Guess I must have dozed off. That's never happened before. Override? That can't be right. Probably just a malfunctioning tube somewhere. I truly am sorry I couldn't help you, partner. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
I'm glad that business is over. I like it when Good Springs is nice and quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and each and every one of you is wonderful in your own special way.
Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Primm is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it.
A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. In other news, Good Springs has fended off a mob of escaped convicts after organizing an impromptu militia. This according to an old man armed to the teeth with dynamite. Troubling news from Primm as merchants report a large presence of armed, unsavory figures patrolling the town. Residents are nowhere to be found. Well, that's all I have for you. This is Mr. New Vegas wishing you ladylike luck tonight.